Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, as I explained to you, we're going to go through division problems every day until your brain is tired and understands division with 100% accuracy. I've got two problems up here, one with a one-digit divisor, one with a two-digit divisor. Remember, the divisor is the number going into. So I have 344 divided by 8. So 344 is our dividend. Now shut your computers, you don't need them open. 8 is our divisor. And we're trying to get our quotient. So we're going to, I like to divide it up like this. It helps me out here. Helps me know where what goes. And then I'm going to do the hardest part of division. The hardest part of division is listing your multiples of your divisor. That is the hardest part of division. 8 times 1 is?
8.
8 times 2?
16.
Times 3?
24.
Times 4?
32.
Times 5?
40.
Times 6?
48.
Times 7?
56.
Times 8?
64.
Times 9? 72. All right, so we have done the hardest part of this problem right here. The most difficult, the most time-consuming part of this problem is already done. Is already done. Now, Polari, does 8 go into 3? No. So I'm just going to put a 0 up there. You know, when I look for my answer, I probably won't write a 0 in the front because that would be cray-cray. Polari, does 8 go into 34? We look at our multiples, Polari. I have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Which one should I use? I want to get as close to 34 as I can without going over. 32. So that's 8 times 4. And so I put my one digit at the top, obviously, because I can only put one digit up there at a time in my quotient. Now, Polari, I find the difference between 34 and 32, and that is Polari. 34 subtract 32 is 2. Good. I bring down my next number. Polari, I come over here, I look at my multiples. I have 8, I have 16, I have 24, I have 32, I have 40, 48. Which one should I use? 8 times 3, which is 24. And that's 24. And I subtract, and I get 0. So I believe that 344 divided by 8 is 43. But Zane texts me and says, but Mr. McMurdo, we need to make sure that you have the answer correct. Can you do that, please? And I'm like, dude, I'll be happy to do that. And to do that, I multiply my quotient, which is my answer to a division, times my divisor, which is what I'm dividing it, the number of groups I'm dividing it into. And I should get my dividend. I don't have a remainder I have to add here, so we're in good shape here. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. Plus 2 more is 34. So boom, shakalaka, that worked.
But we're not done.
That worked. But we're not done. We have, you want to do it partial product way?
Yes. Sure. Maybe. Why not?
Let's do 344 divided by 8. Let's do partial product. What do we want to do first here? You guys pick. We could do times 10, times 20, times 30. What do you want to do, Sasankia?
Times 20.
Times 20. And so what is 8 times 20.
160.
160. Because really all you have to do is multiply 8 times 2
And add 0.
and then put your 0 on the end. So that's 160. We subtract. We get 4. We get 8. Now we have 184. What do you want to do next, Susankia?
Times 20.
Times 20. Which he already told me is 160. I subtract, I get 24. What do you want to do now, Sankhya?
Times 3.
Times 3. And I know that because I can go look at the most difficult part of doing a division problem right over here. And that is 24.
24.
Subtract, I get a 0. I get 20 plus 20 plus 3. So yes, I got 43 otra vez. Again. All right, 3,286 divided by 19. We got to start with the most difficult part of doing a division problem.
Listing factors.
Listing the multiples
Factors.
of 19. 19 times 1 is?
19.
Times 2 is?
38.
Times 3 is?
57.
Times 4 is?
74. 76.
76. Times 5 is?
95.
Times 6 is?
114.
Times 7 is?
133.
Times 8 is?
152.
Times 9 is?
171.
You know what I would do on all these, just to give you a little glimpse into my crazy mind? I would add 20 and subtract 1. So 19 plus 20 is 39. Subtract 1 is 38 because it's 19 and not 20. 38 plus 20 is 58. Subtract 1 is 57. 57 plus 20 is 77. Subtract 1 would be 76.
It's just going down.
So I'm just saying you could do it that way as well. Add 20 and subtract 1. That's the way my brain works. I know, scary it is. 3,286. I want to make sure I put one number above
You can use grid paper.
each. And you can use graph paper. I have some back there. If I don't have any more, I'll be happy to print some for you. All right, so let's call on Zane. Zane, does 19 go into 3?
No.
Okay. Zane, is 19 going to go into 32?
Yes.
Okay, that's where my first number is going to go in the hundreds place. So now I look over here. Zane, I have 19, 38, 57, 76. Which one should I use?
19.
19, because that's as close as I can get to go without going over. Because times 2 is 38, which is too big. So I got to do times 1, which is 19, which is 13. Okay, is 13 smaller than 19, Zane?
Yes.
Yes. So once I subtract, I always want to be smaller than my divisor. I always want to be smaller than my divisor. So now I bring down the 8, Zane. How many times is 19 going to go into 138?
7 times.
7 times, because 7 times is 133. So that gives me 5, and I bring down, I get a 6. How many times is 19 going to go into 56, Zane?
2 times.
2 times, and that's 38. And 4, 16, 8. So I get 18. So 18 will be my remainder. Can it be my remainder?
Yes.
It seems awful big.
But it can.
How do I know it can be?
Because it's less than 19.
Because it's less than my divisor. So I have 172 with a remainder of 18. But once again, Zane texts me and he's like, dude, Dude, I want to make sure my answer's like correct. Can you check it? And so I take 172. I multiply by 19. That's an 8. That's a 63. That's a 9 plus 6 is 15. I put my 0 here, Zane, in the second row. Because if I don't put it, I'm going to get it way wrong. I go 1 times 2 is 2, 7, 1. I get 8, I get 6, 7 and 5 is 12.
Wrong.
Oh, this is 5. Thank you. That's 12, so I get 3,258. Oh my gosh! Add my remainder. I add, what is my 18?
24.
That's a 16, 5, 6, 7. Am I right here? This is not going to write. Where did I do my math wrong? 9 times 2 is 18. 8 carry the 1. 9 times 7 is 63. 3 carry the 6. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 6 is
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're from one place.
5, 6, 7.
I know what you
Okay. But that should be an 8, right?
Yeah. No, you did bring it over. Look.
Yeah.
Look above the
Oh.
five.
Stop screaming.
5, 6, 7.
9 times 2 equals 18. 9 times 7 equals 63. And plus 1 equals 4. Over there.
Plus
Wait,
1.
what? There's something wrong with it.
There's something wrong here. Let's look and see if we can figure out where I messed up. 172 times 19. Because I'm pretty sure I messed up on my multiplication.
I know what you did wrong.
What did I do wrong?
9 times 2 equals 18. And carry the 1. 9 times 7 equals 63. And then the
Plus
1
1 is 64. So I messed up here. Alright, 64. That makes this 8. Thank you. Thank you, Susankia. And then I have 2 and I have 3. 3,286. So boom, shakalaka, it worked.
What? I didn't.
So it worked. Thank you. See? Making a mistake's not necessarily bad. We got to figure out where we made the mistake. If I didn't go,
You need to double check.
that's why I need to check it like Zane says.
They didn't say text.
You don't know that. Boom, shakalaka, peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today. Save the bees. Greendale Community College, y'all. Subscribe.
Bye.